Hello, my name is Jonathan Fries, and today I'll be illustrating a project that I work on called Query Event. When you run the executable, it's going to come up with a login screen, and it does correctly validate to make sure that the user does have access to the SQL Server database. And if they don't, obviously it rejects the login. If you do have access, entering the password here, it'll get you logged in, of course. I do have a username and password listed here just for ease of being able to make sure that anyone who gets this project can log in and play with it. Obviously in a real world environment you would not have that. Once you have those in, you can hit log in, bring up sort of the main screen. Obviously to start with, there aren't any query events listed here, so we're going to have to go ahead and add one. So test query 1, and then you're going to have to give it the location of the file that you want to use, and then you're going to add some email addresses to send this off to when you run it. And this can handle multiple email addresses. I'm going to go ahead and hit add. See, it drops it in here. Let's go ahead and add one more. 2. I'm going to select what we want to run and who we want to send it to. And let's put in a third one, test query 3, test. Okay. So when you click on them in here, you can see that it correctly displays the relevant information for all of the query events here. If we go over here, you can see the location of the event, and you see, oops, we have the same query here. Well, we don't want that, so we're going to want to edit one of these. So we come in here, we hit edit, and we can select the appropriate file and update that, and you can see that the path was updated for test query 2 here. Test query 1 has test 2, and test query 2 has test 3. So having done that, we can look at this one and say, oh, you know what, we're not going to need this one, so let's go ahead and delete this query, and clears it out. And these two are, of course, still here. So in order to run the queries, we're going to select the ones we want to run. You can select one or as many as you like, and you hit execute. Just take a second here, and it'll report that the emails were sent. If we go to Outlook, we can see that they are here in the sent folder, and the emails did appropriately go out. If we go ahead and pull up these Excels that were generated by the software, you can see it created a simple little file here. Obviously this is just test data that I put into the database, but it has a contract number here along with a first and a last name for the user. And if we go to the other one, just a second to load it, you can see that I did run a different query. So in this way you can control what is being sent. And of course the test.test.com doesn't exist, so that just got rejected as you would expect a bad email address to be. If we go ahead and close out of this and reopen it, logging back in, you see that it does save the queries that you create. The information for the queries is actually saved in the database itself, so anyone can log in from anywhere and have this information brought up. Obviously, the query path here, you'd want this to go to a network drive in a business situation so that anyone can access these from anywhere, and it's not tied to a specific computer. But of course, this will take any legitimate path to a SQL file, so you can do what you need to do here to make sure that this works for the specific environment that you would be using this in. And that is all the features of the query event software that I created. Thank you very much for your time and have yourself a great day.